after you just seen what you just saw, I know you want to learn how to make this Creole skillet right here. Hey, let's get it. I'm not gonna go ahead and bore you guys with talking about looking at all of these ingredients, because as always, they'll be down in the description box below. Okay, now that I made myself a little room, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make myself a little Creole sauce, right? So listen, check this out. This is just mayo. This right here is paprika, and you know, Creole sauce, right? I mean, excuse me, Creole seasoning. And you know what Creole seasoning that is. Come on, let's just be real. You know that's that Creole Kick, right? Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some Dijon mustard. Even if you got Creole mustard, that works too. It doesn't, you know, anything like that that has that little bite in the mustard, you know, will help you, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get my whisk. But first of all, I want to get everything, you know, in here like that. And then all you want to do is you want to mix this around. The reason I make this first, this right here is completely optional, but I make this first because I want to put it in the refrigerator and get it nice and chilled, right? Okay, so you can see, put the saran wrap, put it in the refrigerator, and let's get this chilled. What I'm getting ready to do is I'm finna peel it, I'm finna cut it down, and then I'm going to go ahead and do cubes, right? Now I got my cast iron skillet that's sitting right here. This is because once I got them cubed, I don't know what size I'm gonna do as of yet, but you guys will see. I just want everything to be uniform, so when I put it in here, we can get them all cooked and nice and softened at the same time. All right, so let me work. You guys can see this is my yellow handle, this is my knives also, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna go ahead and get down like my grandmama did old school. You remember that right there? Granny always cut towards her and all of that. Okay, so check it out. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cheat it a little bit, right? We already peeled up. I'm gonna go ahead and use my French fry cutter, right? I'm just gonna drop this in here like this. Put it like that. And the reason I do this, because this right here keep everything a little bit more. Ain't no little bit more. This will keep everything uniform, and it makes it easy for me to just dice it down, right? So I'll just start bringing this over here like this. If you don't have one of these, folks, you need to get one, right? So now that we have it out like this, real simple. Now I'll go ahead and get my knife, and I'm gonna go ahead and just cut everything down, and you'll see it'll just cube up so nice. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna start trying to get these to be as uniform as possible, right? So we just wanna cut them down like this, and we just continue that. So everybody say they want to get a French fry cutter, but they don't, right? This right here is enough to just get yourself one, because you can make hash browns. You know how you get down on Saturday and Sunday morning. You know, it just keeps everything nice and uniform, and then you don't have to always keep buying that frozen, right? Okay, so look, let's come over here to the cast iron, right? I got a little heat on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add about a tablespoon, you know what I mean, of my infused olive oil. That's good right there. I'm starting with a medium heat. I'm getting ready to turn it down a little bit, because what I wanted to do in the beginning is, because I'm using cast iron, right? We putting the flame right here. Don't forget, this is true iron. It's got to work its way this way, right? So now I'm just gonna go ahead and just add this in here like this. And I just seen something try to get away. No sir. Now we're gonna cook these down for about 8 minutes, right? Really depends on your flame, you know what I mean, how hot you got it, right? So let me just go ahead and move this around like this, you know, get everything coated, and then we go from there. Now, if you guys don't want to use olive oil, you guys can use vegetable oil, but you know what? I do a lot of my cooking with infused olive oils myself. So we'll just leave it like that. I adjusted my heat, and now we'll prep the rest. This is where it comes to the good part right here, right? This is another thing that just puts a, you know, a smile on my face. That's like anytime I get to work with the andouille, folks. I kept it on this board right here so you guys can see. I want you to just see the flavor. If I move that right there, you see that right there? That's the flavor, folks. Now, I'm gonna take this one. It's up to you. You guys can cut these down any type of way you would like to, you know what I mean? But for me, I'm gonna do something like this, then I'm gonna take some, I'm gonna make some slices, and then I'm just gonna half them, right? But that right there, that's your flavor, folks. You see these right here, and then this one right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these in equal slices, right? It's up to you if you want them having that big, but for me, I just like to take them and then just half them. I don't know what it is. There's something in my brain that I like to just see, you know, different shapes. You know what I mean? You can do them all one way. It doesn't make any difference, but this is the way I'm gonna do it. And I want you guys to take a look at that, look at how this is browning over here. You know what I mean? This right here is coming out right. Okay, so look, now we're gonna go ahead and just cut down this bell pepper, right? I'm gonna cut it down this way. The way I usually cut them down and show you guys, you know what I mean? You start ending up with this little knuckle right here and it gets a little hard to dice, right? So I'm just gonna take it like that. And I'm gonna actually do the same thing right here on the bottom, just to like even it up, right? So you'll see why I do it. It's a method to the madness. You know, I don't know what it is about today. You know what I mean? That I just feel like I'm bringing out all the stops. You know what I mean? Just all the pro tips, you know? So we'll take this out, and then look, it's gonna make a whole lot of sense to you right now, right? I'll clean it up in just 1 second, but if I just cut it down this way, now just imagine when I cut my strips down, it makes it much, much easier for me to dice it. Just in case you need that visual, look, meat side down, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut my strips this way, right? It should be making a whole lot of sense to you. You can see that those edges, you don't have the knuckles from that, right? So then when we bring it up here, it just makes it so much easier, folks, for you to just get an equal size dice, you know? Okay, so look, I'm loving the way these, these potatoes are coming out. You want to talk about having just a crunchy on the outside. I tasted one of these. Of course, they could use a little salt, but you want to talk about the texture is right? So right now I'm gonna go ahead and add my veggie, right? So we'll just start with, our bell pepper. Look, square edge wooden spoon, you know what I mean? And we just move this around here, get this all mixed up, and let it transfer its flavor onto the potatoes, right? Now I only get this about a minute head start, right? And if you guys want to know what my flame look like, I'm about at a medium heat, a little bit less than medium, for what I think it should be. You know what I mean? What I think medium is. Now I'm finna come with my onions. Look at how we build in the layers of flavor, right? And the reason I didn't give my onions a head start like I normally do, if you look at the size of my dice, it's a little bit more on the fine side, so it don't take as much to break it down. I probably should have said that when I tell everybody I start with my onions. It depends on how far down I'm going. But this right here, oh my goodness. I know some of y'all thinking right now, like, hey, AB, where is the French toast? You know what I mean? And where is that meat? But check it out, we got the meat too though. Now, what you want to do is you want to just come, with your andouille sausage, right? For those of you guys that don't do andouille sausage, you can use any smoked sausage. That'll work too. But I'm gonna keep this real authentic, folks. Let's get our eggs together, right? So we'll just start doing that. I'm not gonna bore you guys, you know what I mean? We're just gonna put all of these eggs in here like this. We're gonna add our milk, and then we're gonna whisk. We'll add our milk. Now we'll just go ahead and mix this together. Now that we didn't cook down, the andouille sausage, listen, it's real simple and easy from here, right? Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my shrimp, you know what I mean? Because now we at the end, right? We'll just cook this down just a little bit, but you just wanna make sure you got it mixed up, make sure there's some heat, and then you want all of the flavors from everything else to be in here to transfer onto the shrimp, right? And how do we know when the shrimp is gonna be ready? Because we know it starts to curl up and it changes that color to that opaque, a little bit like that little pinkish color, right? Hey, how come we don't just spread out a nice big, tortilla, right? Or something like that. And why don't we just make a burrito? Hey, listen, a lot of things is coming. This channel is all about getting your ideas and all of that. But this right here, I know you guys are gonna wanna make this Sunday. It's been about just really about 1 minute. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and just add the rest of my seasoning. You know what I mean? This right here will give it that kick, the color, and all of that, right? Just go ahead and just mix this up together. You want everything to transfer onto everything. Now, when you use andouille sausage, listen, I showed you on the cutting board. You can see all of the seasoning and everything they put inside, to make it so flavorful. Listen, that puts a lot of flavor in this dish also. So this is what you want to have right here. This is the thing. You don't want to overcook your shrimp, right? So you see how it is? I see they starting to curl up and all of that. So now I'm just going to add, my butter. I got it. It's going to melt. You know what I mean? Don't forget, we finna add eggs, folks. Butter to me is a little bit of it's a whole lot of flavor also. Once this melts, then we're gonna go ahead and add that egg. And then I'm gonna show you something that you guys probably had never thought about making in your own kitchen. It's about that time, right? So now you just wanna go ahead and add your egg. You know what I mean? We just add it like that. Now you know why I got my rubber spatula out. You know what I mean? So you just get that out. And then what we want to do is we just want to fold it over and cook this a little bit, right? Let me look at my heat. I'm liking it. I'm back up to almost like a medium, right? And we just turn this around like this. We just want to get egg mixture everywhere. Once you have it everywhere, we're going to let it just cook just a little bit. As it cooks, then we'll fold it over, but we don't want to let it set because right before it sets, we're gonna hit it with some cheese. We're gonna put it in the oven, and we're gonna probably put it in there under the broil. I'm gonna say about 3 minutes, that's it. here we go, right here. Look, this is it right here. You still want your egg to be a little bit on the soft side, right? To be honest with you, you guys make the egg how you want to make it. You know, for me, I like it like this, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, and what you didn't see me do off camera is I tasted it and I adjusted it. I just hit it with a generous pinch of salt and a whole lot of pepper, right? So now I'm getting ready to come, you know, with my cheese, right? We just get this nice and even. Because what we're getting ready to do is we're getting ready to go into that oven. I already got my broiler, it's set, you know what I mean? So here we go. Let me use these. Now we're finna go in the broiler for about 3 minutes. That's it, folks. So, hey, check this out. Look, we're using cast iron. We can use, listen, metal utensils. It's all good. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna go in here and just give me a little bit of this right here like that. Ah, look at that. You see that steam right there? I hope you guys can see it. Now look, this kind of stuff right here don't last that long. Now, this is a premiere, folks. And by the way, I just want to say, hey, thank you for everybody that takes their Sundays to get down in these premieres, right? So let me go ahead and get myself a fork. It's amazing, man, how the brain works. You know what I mean? You know you're about to tear into something good. Listen, the aromatic that comes off of that, just, my mouth is just working right now. Hey, so I don't continue to over talk it. Hey, let's go ahead and just get ourselves some. You know what I mean? Oh, I had 2 pieces of shrimp. All right, so you can see it, nice and hot. Oh yeah, cheers, folks. It's not every day I want to do this. This right here, run out, get your ingredients, you know what I mean, and hey, make this along with me. Hold on. Look, I got my spoon. Remember we made this little Creole sauce, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and take myself just a little bit and just put it right there. Now, everybody might not like it. It's up to you. I want you guys to taste it and tell me what you think. But for myself, I got to show you guys, hey, I can, you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you. So hit it with a little bit of this cheese over the top. Just give it a little bit of dip. You look at that right there. If that don't say fire, I don't know what does. Woo. Now hold on. I don't know what to say. And that is very rare for me. Hey, listen, follow this, make this, come back, talk to me down in the comment section below, and let me know what you guys think about this. And I want to know, like, what other things that you like to see. If you want to know why I use a lot of Creole recipes, listen, my family's from down there from the South, you know what I mean? They do that, a lot of soul food, and just the fact that when you cook, you know, a Creole style or even Cajun style, it's just so flavorful. This right here rolled up in the burrito, you know, lined up just right with a little bit of that rice. I don't know what else you need. You eat that in the morning, you probably won't even want to eat no dinner. Hey, with that being said, look, I just want to say thank you for everyone, you know, for everybody watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell everybody out there, listen, it's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And with that being said, folks, I'm finna like go ahead and get out of everybody's way because they're in the back right now with a line and I see fangs. So they about to eat, I'm out. Peace.